Drunk.
Drunk.
Drunk. Drunk. Drunk. Drunk. Drunk. Drunk. Drunk.
Hammered drunk.
Drunk. Drunk.
Drunk.
Drunk. Drunk.
Drunk trade of the week.
Dustin, we have broken the streak. We no longer have a submission from Reddit. We got one from Twitter. And in fact, we got one from someone we know on Twitter. So shout out to Joe Pepe at JPep20 on Twitter. I threw this out and tried to get more drunk trades, asking if anybody had made one this season. Now, Joe didn't have one to offer for this season, but asked, as a drunk off season, Bryan Edwards for a second rounder count? I thought the trade said third rounder. So that means Joe gave up a second round pick for Bryan Edwards. And you listeners are going to have to scroll through those fantasy rankings to see where he has finished this season. I can tell you it's not high. Now, Bob. Here's some great context, though. Joe says it may count triple because I was at a wedding as the ordained minister. I was tossing back shots of tequila and combining it with Captain and Cokes. Yowza. I nailed my speech as minister, but failed the trade overall. Dustin, I think we can both agree with that last part.
Yes.
Now,
absolutely.
Hypothetically, if it was a third round pick, would you hold out any sort of hope for Bryan Edwards? We're not going to talk about him later, but would you hold out hope for him?
Yeah, for a third, yeah, why not? I mean, especially if I was kind of weak on wide receiver. I mean, we didn't like the situation in Las Vegas for Edwards for whatever reason, but he had a lot of draft capital. I know there's a lot of hype for him coming in last year. Or was it 2 years ago as a rookie? 2 years ago as a rookie. We thought maybe change of scenery. And I think things could improve there and in Atlanta, but until they get a better quarterback, probably not. So
you think it's the quarterback. You think Marcus Mariota is who is holding back Bryan Edwards from reaching his fantasy relevance. Is that what I'm understanding right now?
Yes.
I can't get on board. I cannot get on board with that. Bryan Edwards, to me, if you'd picked him up off of waivers for $5 of fab, I think you would have spent too much in retrospect now. Not saying going into the season. I think there was a glimmer of hope with the change of scenery. I just have no hope left for Bryan Edwards, unfortunately.
Well, that's fine. But yeah,
he has as many targets to this point as fellow teammate Anthony Firkser, and he has less than Kadero Hodge, less than Parker Hesse. I don't know who that is. A lot less than Olamide Zacchaeus. These are not studs that are holding him back. Let's put it that way.
That is fair. But for a third, though, oh, boo. For a third, though,
Tight is with me on this.
Let me finish my thought here. For a third, I would have been okay with it, especially in the offseason. For a second, yeah, not a great move there.
Sure. How are you? Are you okay with the shots of tequila combined with Captain and Cokes? Because I don't think I am.
No. Oh my God, that's.
I mean, good on you, Joe, for being able to ministane for the duration of that wedding, or at least for the part that you were needed. Mm-hmm. So kudos on that. Kudos much more on that than on the trade itself, I think. But thank you for submitting this. This was a fun one. I love the situation of it, if nothing else.
Yes. Thank you, Joe, for that.